You're listening to the My Simplified Life podcast, and this is episode number 67. Welcome to the My Simplified Life podcast, a place where you will learn that your past and even your present don't define your future. Regardless of what stage of life you're in, I want you to feel inspired and encouraged to pursue your dreams, simplify your life, and start taking action today. I'm your host, Michelle Glogovac, and I'm excited to share my stories and life lessons with you while taking you on my own journey. This is My Simplified Life. Hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Michelle Glogovac. There's one thing that I feel is of the utmost importance when it comes to your life, and that is relationships. This feels like it could be such a huge topic to cover because we could literally start with how your childhood shapes the relationships you'll have over the course of your entire life. But I don't want to go that far back or deep today. I want to discuss the importance of relationships when it comes to your business. Now, before we dive into it, I want to touch on the events of last week. Although many weren't completely shocked by what all of us witnessed when rioters and domestic terrorists took over our nation's capital, what was surprising was the lack of security that was pre-planned for what we expected to happen and how it looked starkly different from all of the protests we saw in 2020. To say that there was a difference is an understatement. Last year, as we watched the Black Lives Matter movement grow, we all needed to stop and educate ourselves, reflect on who we are, what we believe in, and how we can stand up and support our Black brothers and sisters. For me, this strengthened my relationship with friends and clients. I was one who stood up with them, but I didn't speak up enough, and I vowed to change that. Last week, I paused my scheduled posts and shared my opinion and support for those who need it most right now. When I talk about having the power to change the world, it's in standing up for what is right that we can make true change happen. I have the incredible honor to represent change makers in our world who are making lasting impact. This in turn helps me create an impact in the world, and all of this is done with the relationships I have created with both clients and the media. So let's talk about how our relationships can help the world and your business. Now here's the thing. It really doesn't matter what line of business you're in, what your career is, or whether you offer a service or a physical product. Relationships are the foundation of all of it. Some of you might be saying, yeah, I know that's an important aspect, but isn't it really about the quality I provide that's important? Yes, of course, quality is important. Meeting and exceeding expectations are important, but your relationships are what are going to build your business. Relationships are how you'll make connections to bigger things, not only in business, but in life as well. In this online world that we're living in, it can be hard to identify genuine people and genuine relationships. And I, for one, certainly have experience in thinking I found a genuine person and connection, only to later discover that it was more fluff and just surface level. That's taught me to be a bit more cautious about wearing my heart on my sleeve, but it hasn't changed who I am or the fact that I want to search for those real relationships with people who want the same. I will invest my time and energy into others, and true relationships will provide the same from the person to me. As you reflect more about this, think for a moment about the fact that the social platform Instagram will rank you higher if you engage with other accounts, and that their definition of engagement is writing 4 or more words in a comment. During a time when more and more of us are online, behind screens, working from home, even the social media platforms want to see more genuine interactions between all of us. Doesn't that speak volumes? As a publicist, my job is all relationship-based, from my clients to the media. I've referred to myself as the podcast matchmaker, and being a matchmaker is all about relationships, getting to know people, and then identifying two groups that fit together. With my clients, I get to know each of them on a deep level. I listen to their stories, ask questions, follow them, interact and engage with them. I become privy to details that the public doesn't know because it helps me understand them, what their life and experiences are like, and what kind of impact they can really have. I build a relationship that is genuine, and I am my client's number one fan. It's my job to promote them, but in order to do so, I have to believe in them and understand them. The only way I can truly know a client is by creating and nurturing a relationship with them. Relationships are built on mutual trust. I trust my clients are going to remain in alignment with their message and that they will show up when booked. They trust that I will represent them in the best light and work my hardest to land them media features. But the trust in me doesn't end with just my clients. As with all kinds of PR and pitching, whether it's traditional media or podcasting, the key is in building authentic relationships. Yes, I send cold pitches, we all do, and it's part of my job. But, and this is a big but, the reason clients want to work with me is because of the relationships I have built with podcast hosts, media talent, journalists, writers, and other influencers. I'll let you in on a little secret. It's not that I have some big secret on how I've created these relationships. I didn't wake up and suddenly have connections. I made them. Every single one of my media contacts was at one time a stranger who I didn't know and who didn't know me. How did I change that? I followed them, I engage on their content, I get to know them and let them know who I am and what I'm about. I get a feeling for the type of people they're looking to connect with and find content for, and then I work on figuring out who would make a good fit, what makes sense, and I make the introduction or pitch. Here's the thing. Following someone is going to make a connection, but we've got bots that follow people. It's the true human interaction that gets the attention of others. It's going above and beyond to say you appreciate this person and the content they provide, and you genuinely mean it. It's not a one and done type of thing. Relationships take time and effort, whether it's in real life or online, so you have to invest some of yourself and your time. As I mentioned earlier, it won't always pan out to be requited investment, but not everything or everyone in life is perfect, nor do we all want the same things. My opinion is that you should give freely of yourself as much as you can. I'm not saying give all of your knowledge or love away for free and be okay with never getting anything back in return. But I am saying that you should be more than okay with giving and not always receiving. I'm a giver by nature. I give of my time and knowledge, and sometimes it might be too freely, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather someone see me go above and beyond with the expectation of receiving nothing in return than to be seen as the one with my hand always out for something. I've been in Twitter chats and seen someone tweet that they were looking for a job in a specific field. And then I'll remember that the other day I saw an opening online that would be a perfect fit. So I'll go that extra step, find the link, and send it to the person looking. That simple act of kindness is what goes a long way. I follow reporters and freelance journalists, and when I see they need sources and I know someone who isn't a client but would make a great source, I'll connect them. It's not all about money, even though business is. I'm in the relationship business, and in building the relationships, the money will follow. I'm a firm believer in that. I know I can't just make connections all day long for people who don't pay me, but isn't it true that what you give for free will come back 10 times greater? Isn't it a wonderful feeling to know that you are helping others without expectation? Imagine if more people did this in our world. Let's start leading lives of giving and less of expectation. It's going to change our mindsets and our relationships and ultimately our businesses. Think about a time when someone did something unexpected for you, how grateful you were, how happy it made you. And when given the opportunity to return the favor, haven't you wanted to? So imagine how you will make others feel when you nurture a relationship without expectation, and how you could be on the receiving end of the unexpected. Give of yourself more freely this year. Make an effort in your relationships simply by checking in with others. Send a birthday card, pick up the phone, engage on an account you admire, and let them know that they are changing your life in a positive way. I promise that the more you lift others up and are genuine, the better you will feel, the better your relationships will be, and at some point, the generosity you give will be returned. Now more than ever, friends, we need to give more of ourselves and support each other. It does not matter who you are. You have the power to change the world with what you do and say. Go out and change someone's life today. I dare you to. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'm wishing you all the love and support that you need.